Hi sweet friends, welcome back. Today I am super excited. We are kicking off my fall 2023 decorating series. Now I thought we would start here in my favorite room to decorate, which is our living room. If you are new, my name is Amy and welcome. I hope that you enjoy it here and get some new ideas for decorating your homes this fall. So typically in my series, what I do is I take you from room to room as I decorate for each season. And first off, my favorite season is fall, so hopefully you are in for a treat. And I like to go all out for fall as well as for Christmas, so there's tons of decorating content to come. I hope that you enjoy it, and if you do, I'd appreciate a big thumbs up. And before you go, I hope you'll consider subscribing. I would love to have you back. All right, friends, well, we have lots to decorate today, so let's go ahead and get started. Here's your first peek into our living room, and as you can see, as usual, I've gone ahead and removed all of my summer decor. It's put away and ready for next year. Also, I've pulled a few everyday decor pieces that I might not be reusing this fall season, like artwork and lamps. This is one of my biggest tips when decorating, and that is to start with a blank canvas. Remove your decor and get the biggest bang for your buck by shopping your own home. You'll be surprised how different your decor looks just by moving it around. And chances are, if you do decide to reuse the decor piece in the same room, you'll probably place it different in the space. That way you get a look that is fresh and new without having to buy a thing. Also, do this with your seasonal decor too. It makes a huge difference. Today, I'm starting out by adding this beautiful wreath to the arch wall hanging above the sofa that I got a few years ago from Joann's. To attach it, I found these S-hooks from Amazon that work perfectly. Like the colors of this wreath, I'm going for a very rich, moody, earthy color palette, which I'm excited to scatter throughout the rest of the room for a cozy, traditional fall vibe. Dropping down to the coffee table, I'm adding this beautiful vase that I got from the clearance aisle at Hobby Lobby, along with this beautiful bundle of creamy dried florals, also from Hobby Lobby, that instantly is going to pop because of the contrast in color. Transitioning into fall, I love adding dried florals, but sometimes they're actually harder to arrange. So what I like to do is take and pull a few stems out, lengthening and separating them. What this does is give the arrangement some movement and fullness so that not all of the flowers are in a straight line or in a clump. Next up, one of my favorite things to add to a coffee table are coffee table books. I like to choose ones that have a complementary cover to the color palette that I'm using. The first one is The Nature of Home, and then the second one is called Arranging Things. I chose them again because they have those moody fall colors that I'm loving, and not to mention they are filled with tons of inspiration. On top of the book stack, I'm adding this gorgeous marble tray that is new in the fall collection from Studio McGee. I love its texture and beige color. It repeats the color of the dried florals as well as the shape of the vase. To add some texture, I'm coming in with these woven style pumpkins. Now you can pretty much find these anywhere. HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, Hobby Lobby, several different places, but I just chose ones that would complement the colors that I'm adding to the room. Of course, it's important to add some functional items as well. So I'm adding these bronze coasters that were from Southern Living at Home. Last but not least, to add a bit of height and also to bring in a copper piece because copper definitely has my heart, especially in the fall. I'm adding this copper piece that I found last year from Decor Steals. Tucked under our coffee table, I always keep this basket that I put a seasonal blanket in that we can easily grab and snuggle up on the sofa while watching TV. This one I found off of Amazon. It's an UGG blanket that is super comfy cozy. During fall, I like to put out plaids as well as just really thick cable knit blankets that are warm, which helps make your home feel peaceful and inviting. Another really simple way to refresh your space is to move some furniture around. Now, obviously, I'm not doing a lot, just rearranging one little accent table, but even the smallest changes can give your room a fresh new look. To decorate this cute little accent table that did come from Decor Steals, I'm keeping it real simple. I'm adding this beautiful arrangement that came from Target, along with another bronze coaster from Southern Living at Home. To the wingback chair, I'm adding yet another blanket. Now this one is a thick cable knit blanket with those cute pom-poms. This came from the Hearth and Hand line. I love just that color. I think it's perfect for fall. And so I'm just kind of draping it over the back, letting the pom-poms kind of fall towards the side. Then I'm going to come in with a beautiful rust colored pillow cover that came from Amazon. And then I'm going to add a special find from Hobby Lobby, which is that Pottery Barn dupe pumpkin pillow to just make everything pop. If you remember, on the wall above the chair, I did have 3 botanical prints. Well, I went ahead and took them down so that I could display these beautiful copper leaf plaques. Now, these did come from Hobby Lobby, and they're actually one exact print. So, I have a tip for you. If you have a abstract looking art piece, you can actually buy 2 and then just rotate the hanger on the back a quarter turn, and then when you hang them, it looks like a complete matching set. So that's exactly what I did, and I'm going to hang it here right above the chair to give a beautiful fall accent. Now it's about time to move on to tackling the DIY fall garland that I have in mind for the mantle. But before that, I always like to add a decorative touch to our TV by adding a fall screensaver or fall image by going to YouTube and selecting one of the many options they have. This really does transform the look of a big, boring black TV screen into an artwork piece. So now we can move on to the garland. I'm using this drapey green garland that came from Hobby Lobby. It's very whimsical and lush and drapey. Now you see it has some loops there, and so to attach it to the mantle, I'm using these white 3M command hooks, one to the right of the outlet, kind of in the center, and then one to the right all the way to the corner. For the basic shape, I'd like the garland to trail across the top to the center, then drape in front on the one side and have an asymmetrical kind of look to balance the weight of the armchair on the opposite side. Because this garland has lots of drapey, kind of viney pieces, a little bit wild looking, I'm going ahead and wrapping them around the garland to make it look more full. But these pieces actually will come in handy because I will use that to wrap around other picks to secure them when I'm adding them to the garland a little later on. So to conceal the loop that the garland is attached to the command strip, I removed a few of those long dangling pieces of the garland to tuck inside and around the hook to make it less visible and more finished looking. I know you might be thinking the garland looks a little sad, droopy, and sparse, but stick with me. Next, it's time to add these gorgeous fall picks from Hobby Lobby to create a full and lush, beautiful garland for fall. I love this specific pick, and each year I add to my collection just a couple, 2 or 3, but I love the color of the leaves. They're very realistic looking. They also have an acorn and also some little twigs or sticks that are in there. So again, very, very realistic looking. And so what I'll do is take 4 of these and intertwine them into that garland, taking some of that greenery and pulling it through, pushing some of the leaves back. Then always take a step back, look at your leaves, make sure they're all forward facing, and that's really going to make a big impact to your garland. So now that you have those larger fall picks in place, don't worry about the gaps. Now it's time to come in with these smaller, darker brown leaves, also from Hobby Lobby, to fill any of those sparse areas. And just for reference, I used 5 in all. Now, to finish off the garland, I think it's nice to choose an accent pick. I'm going in with this berry one with just a additional type of fall leaf. And what I like about this one is that the berries complement the color of our surround. But you could also use acorns or pine cones, just something in addition to what you already have to give it more texture and interest. I'm going to continue to add these accent pieces sporadically and uniformly along the entire garland, making sure to intertwine all of the garlands together. All right, and here is this year's completed fall garland. If you happen to miss last year's garland and would like another idea using similar items, I'll go ahead and link my DIY garland from last year up above and down in the description box for you if you'd like to check it out as well. Now to that empty little spot, I'm adding just this beautiful vase that I got from HomeGoods and just a simple Cinderella pumpkin from Hobby Lobby. To the opposite side, keeping it again very simple since I have a lot going on in the garland, I'm just bringing in 2 iron candlesticks from Hobby Lobby. To the opposite side of the fireplace, I wanted to switch things up a bit. I typically always use my lanterns. Well, this year I spotted this beautiful log holder from the Studio McGee line in their fall collection, and I thought this would look beautiful with a stack of birch logs. Now, I may actually change this down the road and add some real firewood. You'll have to let me know down in the comments which one you think would look better, the birch logs or some real firewood. You may notice I did remove our tall black buffet lamp that we had here on this stand, but we never used it and I kind of thought it was a little too tall. And so I'm thinking about getting a floor lamp to sit beside of our sofa. So to fill in and give some height, I did add this beautiful vessel that I got from Bed Bath & Beyond a couple years ago. And then I'm adding just a couple different florals from Hobby Lobby. One of my favorite things to add in the fall are candles. So I'm adding this beautiful copper stand that was from Hearth and Hand either last year or maybe the year before. Then I'm adding some of these candles. They came from Hobby Lobby and I allowed the wax to kind of drip down to make it look a little bit more vintage and used. Next, I'll bring in some texture with some baskets. They're from Amazon. I absolutely love those. And to finish things off, I'll add another realistic cream looking pumpkin that is from Hobby Lobby. And I think it just pulls in another aspect of that cream to spread that across the room. I have to admit, I'm not a huge fan of lighting candles. I do love the look and glow that they give, but I just am more comfortable with the battery option. Now, I did spot a option like that on Amazon with a remote, and they are the same color as what I'm wanting. So if I pick those up along with the lamp that will go here beside of our sofa, I will definitely share those with you along with any changes that I make in the room. But in the place of the small accent table, I am bringing in a basket filled with more comfy, cozy blankets that we can use to cozy up on our sofas. Over on our blanket ladder, instead of a blanket, can you believe it? I actually am adding back the basket plus some fall greenery, both from Joann's, that hangs nicely on the slats with these S-hooks from Amazon. To style our end table, I'm bringing in one of my favorite finds from Hobby Lobby, which is this gorgeous vessel. I love its rich, old world feel combined with some dried florals, which will perfectly complement that beautiful earthy brown color found in our gallery wall. Next to it, I'm just going to place a couple Sherpa cozy little pumpkins to finish it off. As we round the space, we have almost come full circle, and so the last area to decorate is here over on our console beneath this beautiful mirror that was from Target. I love just that little architectural kind of French detail of the mirror with the sconces. To the top of the console, I'm coming back in with lots of those deep, dark, rich colors. The vase is from Kirkland's, and then the florals are some of my favorite from Hobby Lobby. The next little piece that I brought in there is a beautiful antique tray. Just look at the wood detail on that, and I just love mixing old and new pieces. To top the tray, I'm bringing in just a little stand that I can elevate this greenery wreath that was from the Target Dollar Spot, along with this beautiful orangey kind of coppery candle that I got from Kirkland's last year. And I almost forgot to mention the yummy smell. It is pumpkin spice, which is one of my all-time favorite scents for fall. Last but not least, I'm placing a candle set snuffer and wick trimmer that I found from Amazon. To the bottom of the console, I always keep this basket as well as this trunk. I think they both were from Hobby Lobby. Now the basket might have been from TJ Maxx, but inside the basket I always put some type of seasonal blanket to drape over the side, and then I pop in a pillow to dress it up. This is a pillow cover from Amazon, and if I haven't mentioned it already, I will have everything that I can linked down in the description box for you, so you can easily go and try to find these things for your homes. To the top of the black trunk, I thought a couple complimentary pumpkins that I have scattered already throughout the room would look great just placed here on the top, and call it done. As I have mentioned many times before, one of my favorite changes each season is adding all the different styles and textures of pillows to the sofas. This fall I'm adding these olive green pillows from the Studio McGee line, along with pillow covers from Amazon. I think that this is the most important way to make a statement and really bring the whole look of a room together. For a plump, cozier pillow, I try to purchase covers that are the next size smaller. So if your pillow insert is a 20 by 20, for example, I go for an 18 by 18 cover. Another rule of thumb is to go with 5 pillows on a sofa and try to vary their size. Use similar colors with different textures. And also remember, when it comes to rules in decorating, you can always break them. You'll see here our love seat is a larger style, so I consider it more like a sofa. However, a love seat pillow rule or suggestion is the use of 3 pillows, which I'm going to break. I think it looks better with 4 pillows, and then for my 5th item, I'm actually going to be using a throw blanket. If you are still wanting more living room or family room fall decorating ideas, I'll go ahead and leave last year's living room decorate with me here at the end of today's video so you can continue watching. So here is a quick little mini tour of the final look of our completed fall living room for 2023. If I do make any changes, be sure to check back for my home tour that will be later in the fall when everything is complete. Alright, sweet friends, that about wraps up today's video. I hope that you enjoyed the kickoff to my 2023 fall decorating series. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you click out. Now, before we end our time together, I'd love to share with you a daily Bible verse. And so today we'll be reading from 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 8 and 9. But do not forget this one thing, dear friends. With the Lord, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day. The Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness. He is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance. Well, again, I thank you so much for watching and joining me today as I decorated our living room for fall. I'm super excited to share the rest of our home as I decorate. So I hope to see you back real soon, and take care and God bless, friends. Bye.